You see, the reason I kept my silence for so long was due to the threats that I got if I exposed my story and if I told what happened, if I told the truth. They wouldn't let me tell the truth, and they're not gonna like this at all.
It was a real time machine.
And I am a time traveler.
It will seem to you that this is a fantasy.
My name is irrelevant, related to my motive for this communication.
This is a photograph from the year 6000.
Very few people believe you when you tell them that you are a time traveler.
Keep an open mind.
I'm just a little stressed, man. I'm feeling that. So I think some of you guys might need a background on who I am.
Hello, I am Noah the Time Traveler. I am a time traveler from the year 2030. I've came back to this time after a failed mission, and I'm spreading the truth about time travel. I am not joking. This is not a giant lie. I really am a time traveler. There's a lot of things I have to say. Yeah, he showed a bunch of personal info. Like he said like a bunch of things about what I did. Like and like this is the type of stuff that someone would have to stop me from a whole life to figure out.
The conspiracy community is obsessed with ApexTV. They're a YouTube channel with over 1 million subscribers that focuses on making interviews with supposed time travelers. But it isn't the claims of these time travelers that interest people, it is their identity. The identity of the people who run the channel, who make these interviews, who claim to be time travelers with their faces blurred, talking to an interviewer who seems to already know all the answers. There's been a huge effort to expose ApexTV as fake, to unmask them and reveal their real face, to figure out who they really are. The channel first started in November of 2014, making two types of videos. The first were alien videos, clearly just some kids in a mask pretending to be real-life aliens caught on tape. They're pretty fun and light and clearly not meant to be taken too seriously. At this point, a lot of them have been deleted off of the channel. But the second type of video are a little bit more unsettling. On the surface, they're normal videos, countdowns, tutorials, and technology videos. But looking into them, they were actually remakes of videos popular at the time, with the scripts slightly changed and refilmed to look unique enough to not be noticed, but to be similar enough to go viral. Eventually, these two types of video would fuse together into paranormal countdowns, which made ApexTV relatively popular, within a small niche of course. People like spooky videos, I mean. But it wasn't until September of 2017 that they would really find success. This is when they started interviewing real time travelers. Or so they said. These videos are pretty clear fakes. I mean, the best piece of evidence any of them have ever offered is a single prediction about the weather which came true. This prediction came from ApexTV's most successful and well-known time traveler, Noah. Can you introduce who you are and why you're speaking out?
Hi, my name's Denis, and I'm actually Noah the Time Traveler. I'm speaking out because, honestly, it's a lot of things that are leading up to it. So it's just the stress of it, also the fact that people are now discovering this channel. So I honestly am not going to hide for the rest of my life just to keep up some stupid time traveler persona, you know what I'm saying?
How did you first meet ApexTV?
So me and ApexTV met because I was doing a YouTube channel at the time, and he was doing ApexTV at the time. So it led to both of us, just becoming friends from a similar interest, because we were like both into YouTube and stuff. I did comedy videos, he did paranormal videos. They were different, but we ended up just becoming good friends.
What made you decide to make the first Noah video?
So the first Noah video I didn't really take it seriously. I thought, oh, it's just a quick video for $20, because that's how much ApexTV offered me. So I just did it real quick, and I got $20 from it. So it was like, it's just easy. I just did it in my room, like over there, literally.
Who came up with Noah's story?
I came up with the story of Noah, and I crafted it as I went. Sometimes he would inspire something in Noah, like he would say, how about this? How would we make this? I came up with most of the Noah things. It was pretty stressful, where I had to make sure my story wouldn't have any plot holes or any inconsistencies. So I always had to make sure if I made a rule for Noah and it was like official, I had to keep to that rule. I couldn't lie about it. Like I always said, paradoxes don't exist, so that's why Noah isn't changing anything. I had to keep that storyline.
Was it fun to play Noah?
At first it was fun to play Noah because it was just a big joke. We were laughing. Eventually I stopped laughing because playing a character for prolonged experiences actually gets it really does play a toll on somebody. I felt really, really mentally sick of just playing this character for a couple of hours, like in live streams. I was sick of playing Noah so much. I would constantly complain about it because it wasn't me. I was faking everything.
What was it like to see yourself on TV and in magazines as Noah?
It was a mix of emotions. Really, I was like, that's crazy that this thing is popping up so much. People in my school were like, wow, I saw you on my YouTube recommended the other day. Or someone was like, I saw you on my TV the other day. And, it was insane. But the thing is, I was getting all this popularity, not from my actual self, but for doing Noah videos. And I hated doing Noah, so playing the Noah character and getting popular for that wasn't, it didn't make me feel happy at all. It was like, oh, it's crazy that this is becoming popular. But, in the end, this isn't going to matter to me because I don't like playing Noah.
Did your friends know that you were Noah?
My friends, immediately my whole school knew that I was playing Noah, and I'm surprised no one even found out sooner I was Noah, because people in my school were constantly trying to get pictures, videos, anything in the school of me, walking around, and then they were going to post online. It happened quite a couple times where people would take pictures and would post pictures online, but most of them luckily didn't get to anyone too important to be spread around.
What effect did playing Noah have on your personal life?
Well, anytime something weird would happen to anyone else, they'd be like, oh yeah, it's just a weird thing that happened. To me, I would always think anything weird that happens to me, I'd be like immediately, oh yep, it's someone trying to find out Noah or something about Noah. It started things like, I would always hold back on hobbies and everything because I was scared about the Noah thing, such as, oh man, I want to post another video, but that'll just increase the chances of being noticed as Noah. Or, there's just a lot of things, especially my personal videos were immediately found out. People found them and started saying, this is Noah, this is Noah. And I that was my personal life. I love posting YouTube videos, so immediately people found those and I had to delete the channel, which was awful.
Do you think that you've lied to people?
Oh yeah, 100% I lied to people. Lying, that basically Noah is built on lies, It's just lie after lie after lie after lie. Some may argue, you're entertaining people, it was like a big joke to me at the beginning, so some people may be like, you're just joking, put whatever excuse you want in it. That's what a lot of people were telling me, just make an excuse for it. I'm not gonna make excuses. I lied. Whether it was for, it was like a stupid YouTube video or whatever, I lied, you could say fibbed or anything. I lied. I'm not gonna run away from that. I'm not gonna make excuses. I lied as Noah the Time Traveler. I wasn't telling the truth at all. It was built all on lies.
Did you do it for money?
I mean, of course I did it for money. I wouldn't have done it for free, at the beginning, you know, I was like, dude, that's you know, money wasn't that much for me. I just thought it was a sick way of making money. You know, I really didn't care about the money at the end. But then slowly, as it started getting worse and worse, like I hated doing it. It was more just money. I'm like, the only reason I would keep doing this is for the money. There's like no way I would do this normally. This is like the worst thing ever. You know, I'm lying to people. I hate it. It's on my mental health. It's morally wrong sometimes. Like, and it was just awful. You know, I don't want to be known as Noah for the rest of my life. So every video I did, I'm like, well, that's another Noah video out there.
What were the live stream interviews?
Okay, so the live stream interviews, those are my biggest mistake, to be honest, because people did donate, you know, to ApexTVs, and then sometimes they would ask questions as well, and I would answer them while they donated. They weren't listed as, you know, pay Noah to answer your questions. People would donate, and you know, they could ask a question as well. And I feel bad about that because people were tempted to donate just in the sole purpose of asking Noah, you know, about questions. Most of them weren't big donations. Most of them were like $10, $20. The big ones were, you know, the big ones really didn't even have a question attached to them most of the, you know, at all. So I don't feel like, you know, I feel like the most people spent on the Noah videos that like they wasted was probably $30 or something. But that's why I feel really bad because I really wanted, you know, to end those live streams most, because the normal Noah videos people would just see an ad, that's it. But for these, to actually like get Noah to answer your question, you would have to pay like $1, $2, $3, and I feel really bad. I feel really guilty about that. That was like one of the stressors because I was like, is this morally right? Is it morally right to be donated money to ask, you know, just fake a character? And you know, some people may argue that was entertainment, and I was, you know, entertaining them, so they were paying me to be entertaining. A lot of them were asking like serious questions to them, so you know, like they would, a lot of people, the most common question was people would say their future name or their name, and they'd be like, do you know the name, and then they would say their name. That's like those were like the most saddest ones because I couldn't, if I answered, oh yeah, I heard that name before, oh you know they would be like, oh, they get their hopes up, but I couldn't say that too much because then they would make unrealistic. So sometimes they'd be like, I don't know, I haven't heard of that name, which would sometimes lower their hopes, and I felt really bad about it.
Why are the live streams unlisted?
So the live streams were unlisted because I thought they were morally wrong and we shouldn't, you know, have them up because, you know, we shouldn't be doing live streams anymore. And they were like 5, you know, like some like I think the longest one was 5 hours. They were like around 3, but usually they were like 3 to like 2 hours and 30 minutes like long. I just thought we shouldn't show them because, you know, we shouldn't be doing live streams anymore. So I said, let's just unlist all the live streams. Let's like stop doing live streams. Strictly videos. Like, let's stop doing live streams. They're terrible, you know. And you know, he unlisted them, but recently he just put them back up, which I really don't want those live streams back up because I feel like I feel shame looking at them because I'm like, dude, I messed up. I should have never done the stupid live streams.
Are the other time travelers on ApexTV real?
I have a lot of evidence to prove most of the time travelers on ApexTV fake. A lot of them he'll interview are just like people that claim to be. He doesn't know if they're real or not. I obviously don't believe in time travelers. I think that's like BS. So I think most of them, like all of them, are fake. But I have a lot of evidence to prove most of the time travelers, and I know a lot of the time travelers that appeared on Apex are fake. But you know, I'm talking about myself. I'm not talking about anything else on ApexTV. This is basically exposing me. I don't want to expose anything else ApexTV does. He can do him. I just want to be out of the picture, you know?
What is the William Stanley YouTube channel?
Yeah, so that channel, William Stanley, that channel is actually misinformation. That's not our real channel. That's actually, it's made so it puts in fake videos or like fake exposed videos so it can block out the rest of the real actual content that's actually exposing us. So it's like trying to distract people from the main point and push people against some fake exposing, you know?
What made you stop making Noah videos?
I stopped making Noah videos because ApexTV wanted me to sign a non-disclosure agreement, which for you guys who don't know, it's so I cannot reveal anything for the rest of my lifetime that I'm Noah the Time Traveler, unless he agrees to let me say it. But the thing is, I don't want someone to decide whether or not I can reveal I'm Noah, and if I did, I would be sued. And obviously I'm not 18, so I'd have to drag my parents into it by signing it as well, which I obviously didn't want to do. We argued about it, and eventually we just stopped talking to each other completely. A lot of other personal reasons, but I'm not going to get into them because those are really personal.
Many people have tried to unmask ApexTV. There's Kakarot, an online stalker who pretended to be an agent of the government in order to get ApexTV to admit to their real identities, only to then threaten them with torture and death. There's Jigsaw, the Discord server moderator applicant who recorded them without their consent in calls admitting that ApexTV was fake. And then there's me, another online stalker who's seen every single one of ApexTV's videos. I found their other channels and their Fiverr accounts used to hire actors to play the time travelers. I found evidence linking ApexTV to several other private YouTube channels that go by different names. But I also, in my research, found a video which changed things for me. Paranormal Elite is a sister channel of ApexTV, or it was until recently. It was changed into an animated story channel, much like Actually Happened or Animate My Story. And one of the videos calls Denis out by name. The video is stolen from an Actually Happened video with the script slightly changed and reanimated by someone off of Fiverr. But it's about a friend betraying another friend. And that person is Denis. There's even a little card in the video asking, is Denis a bad person, yes or no? I looked back over ApexTV's YouTube history, and I realized that at around the same time, or a few months before that video had come out on Paranormal Elite, the Noah videos had just stopped. I realized that there'd been something that had gone wrong between Noah and ApexTV, between Denis and ApexTV. And it was at that point that it really struck me that at the core of every mystery, of every story, there aren't grand morals. There's not any lesson to be learned other than the ones that you put on that story. What there is are people. And when I was watching this animated video documenting the fallout of their relationship, I realized that I couldn't debunk these videos. There's more to the channel than just fakery. It's not a game to expose their names and faces. They're real people. And that was when I contacted Denis privately, and I told him that I would be making this video and that I wouldn't be releasing his name. And thankfully he was willing to talk to me beyond that. And he told me that he wanted to make his own video where he reveals the truth. And I'm so grateful to him because he agreed to be interviewed for my video. Because that's what these stories are. They're about people, identity. In the conspiracy community, there's a word called disclosure. And it means to reveal secrets kept by hidden powers. It means everything. It is the flickering candle at the end of the dark tunnel that is any conspiracy theory. The hope that one day, final confirmation will descend and illuminate the truth. For most conspiracy theories, it never comes. But for this one, the conspiracy of ApexTV's very identity, at the moment, this is the disclosure. when you look back at all your time on Apex TV, what do you think now that it's all over?
It was weird, bro. It was so long. It was just crazy. To be honest, it was like looking back at it all now. It was just a giant experience, I guess. You know, I may be a little thankful inside that I did it because I learned a lot from it. But to be honest, it has to end. It really does. I can't be living this stupid time traveler like life for the rest of my life. I have to like say something, you know. And it's not like, you know, I'm like being like shallow or anything. Like I literally can't do YouTube videos without being known as Noah. So YouTube videos are like my biggest hobby. So why would I just get rid of my biggest hobby just so I can live this stupid lie of something I don't even like?